Alright, so check out all the leaves on the ground right here. And all these trees over here, the leaves have pretty much completely fallen off, so I'm not really that excited about that. We just turned the clocks back 1 hour, so now it's dark at 5:30 p.m., which means that if I want to do some work outside before the snow gets here, I have to bring in some light. So today's Tool Review Tuesday episode features the Milwaukee M12 Rocket Light. I'm excited to show you how it works. Let's get started. Roll the intro. So I spent a lot of time over the weekend getting all this firewood stacked, and one thing I didn't get a chance to finish was rebuilding this right here. That ended up, it's kind of a long story, but that ended up getting crushed. That platform down there, so it's all uneven. So I'm going to bring the Milwaukee M12 light out here, and I'm going to cut that and remove it all and then rebuild it. So I think the amount of time that I have tonight is basically just to remove it, and then maybe like the next night I'll go through and rebuild it. So now I'm going to start gathering my tools and then plan on coming back out here in just a little bit when it's dark. Here it is. This is the M12 Rocket Light, and it runs off these two different batteries. You can either use a small M12 or the extended one. This is the XC 3.0. It says new, so this did actually get launched in October of 2018, so it really hasn't been out that long. There are a few people that have reviewed it so far, so I'm going to bring out some of their concerns and show you what they say and how it works for me. So before I get too far into the review, I do want to talk a minute about the specs of the light. 1400 lumens, so it's true view, so you can see it's high definition lighting. So compared to other LEDs, you can see how that is much more vibrant. So it runs the M12 line right here, the family runs all these different tools right here. So once you buy into an M12, you can really run a lot of different things. Has a low battery indicator, so the light flashes when the battery pack is low. So that's this area right above the power button. Has a extendable mast, so it goes from 3 feet to 5'8". There's a height adjustment. It has a really nice carrying handle, so as you can see, you can grab it in 3 different spots. So no matter which way it's laying on the ground, you can easily grab it and pick it up and go with it. So it has a impact resistant adjustable head, so you can knock this over like right on concrete and pick it up. It won't shatter. It has a protective guard on it. So it has impact resistant reinforced legs. So I'll just show you really quick how that works. And there's 3 legs right here like a tripod, so it is very low to the ground. That's one thing, like they say, a low center of gravity, which is nice. So most of the weight is right down in here. So you can plug a extension cord right in here if you don't want to use a battery. And then the one concern that I've seen some people talk about is they mentioned that it's a little bit, they've had a hard time getting the battery out right here. So this is what I want to address and show you how it works. So when you look at the M12 battery, when you go to release it from any tool, when you push it in, it doesn't really move a whole lot. So that's just something that's kind of typical of the M12 battery itself. So let me just show you, put it in. So taking it out, I feel like you'd have to squeeze that kind of hard and wiggle it. So it'd be kind of nice if they had a slight change to their batteries, so it was a little more, probably, I guess, so it would go in a little bit further to release it. So it's just kind of a short distance that it travels, that right there, to release it, that clip. Let's try the extended use battery right here. I haven't tested this out, so I'm gonna guess that this is probably the one that's a little more difficult to put in and remove. So that just takes up that whole area right there, fits in nice and tight. So the concern is that there isn't really much room to get your fingers in there. All right, starting to get dark out, so we're gonna move pretty soon to the location outside. I'll show you how it works. So here's a quick look. For extending it, locks into place. It's kind of like a positive lock. So here's the on button right here. Ready? Here we go. It's quite bright. So it points straight down, but it is covered by that right there. Goes all the way up. And then you can just rotate this right here without having to move the tripod. Alright, so I'm ready to get started. I have my safety glasses on. And then I have a hammer, a heavy hammer, and a pry bar. Now I get this out in one piece. Move the lighting there for you so you can see what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to move this out to the side a minute. Well, it feels like it's starting to rain. Alright, so I have it most of the way cleaned up. I am going to rework this so it's nice and neat and even. Alright, so if you can see that laser right there, let me turn it off just so you can kind of see if you can see what it looks like in the dark. Alright, there's my red line. What I'm going to do is take my marker right here, and that's going to be the top of the 2x6. So this is what I'm going to do right here. Just go around. So I mark the red line right there with this permanent black marker right here. So tomorrow in the daylight I can come back and I can see where that's at. This doesn't have to be perfect like a deck, but I would prefer it to be as straight as possible. So if I have the tools to do it, I might as well do it right. So I'll have a nice flat platform right here. So for this phase of the project, the M12 Rocket Light has worked really well. I just had to move it a couple different spots so I could see a little bit better what I'm doing. I'm feeling like when I use it, I'll pretty much always have it on high. Now it's time to pack it up. We'll go inside and I'll show you some of the last key features of the Rocket Light. Welcome to my work corner. Now that we've had a chance to see how this works out in the field, how about we go over some of the specs and the stats of it. So first of all, let me just kind of show you when you put this away, it stores just like that. And then you squeeze these two items in, those two buttons, and then it locks into place here so you can easily carry it. The length of it right here, 30.5 inches. Give you a look all the way around. So I believe on the Home Depot website now they've had at least 10 people review this, and I think it averages a 4-star review. So that looks really successful. So that brings me to the warranty. This has a 5-year on the tool itself and then a lifetime warranty on the LED. And the price of this right now is $149 for the tool only. So I can really see this light coming in handy for a lot of things. I just like the way that it's very durable. You can drop it. It's just really easy to carry. You just grab it anywhere and it's balanced really nice. It's right in the middle and it really throws a lot of light. So it's quite versatile where if you're dealing with some shadows or something, as I was working outside, you could see where I could just move this around to different areas real quick. It's lightweight, just grab it and move it. And then the footing is real good. So I would say working outdoors, working at a job site, this will really come in handy. So this concludes my video review of the Milwaukee M12 1400 lumen Rocket Light. So if you have any questions about this, please put them down below. I'll be happy to answer. So if you find this video review interesting and informative, please give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.